What's going on, guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital, and we're here with Morgan Good, CEO and Director of Carlyle Commodities. It's a pleasure to have you on today, Morgan. How are you doing today?
Hi, Aaron. Thanks so much. I really appreciate you having me on. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great, excited to talk about the company. So can you start by giving us some information on Carlyle Commodities and tell us everything that the company aims to achieve?
Absolutely. Well, it's pretty straightforward. Carlyle Commodities trades under the ticker symbol CCC. We're a small cap junior mining explorer based in Vancouver, BC, with a strict focus. We've got almost 1 million ounces of gold and 5 million ounces of silver in British Columbia. We own it 100%, and we're going to develop this asset out. We think it's completely undervalued at these price levels.
So the company is focused on the exploration, advancement, and future development of its 100% owned Newton Gold and Silver project that you just mentioned, which includes just under 1 million ounces in BC, which is very important. Can you tell us more about this and why is this project so unique?
Absolutely. Well, this project has already 35,000 meters of drilling and about $25 million spent, all of which happened between 2009 and 2012. And so that is worth a lot in the junior exploration game, advanced exploration stage of projects. We acquired the project last year, and with Carlyle's market cap today of under 10 million, with the share structure we have, I think there's a massive opportunity, particularly with the macro precious metals win that we've starting to see. It's kind of a no-brainer for people to be looking for small cap juniors just like Carlyle today as opportunities for investment.
Yeah, I really like the junior market right now. So when we're on that topic of share structure, there's less than 25 million shares outstanding, and the market cap is roughly 7 million, trading at around 30 cents per share. We know how important share structure is, especially with mining exploration companies. Can you tell us more about this? Why is share structure so important?
Well, I think share structure, you got to put it in the top 2 or 3 items of importance, along with obviously the asset and the people being number 1 and 2, but share structure is a close third. Without a clean share structure, without a tight float, and having those shares placed well with good shareholders that believe in you, that support you, there's really no upside for appreciation in the stock price. So I think that having under 25 million shares out puts us in sort of a very unique league. There's not that many companies that can say that. We funded the company late last year, and we've already we've been off and running on our phase 1 drill campaign right now. And as I said before, with the macro ones building the precious metal sector, having that tight structure is absolutely paramount.
So the company, as you mentioned, you're focused on your phase 1 drill program, and it has 3,000 meters planned to test various new zones. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so the actual deposit itself, which is just under 1 million ounces, call it 900,000, sits in sort of a semicircle type of pit-constrained resource from surface down to about 500 meters. It's open at depth. It's open to the west, to the north, to the south. There's lots of zones that we were looking to test, but on this first phase, we really wanted to test at depth. So our first drill hole, which you'll see from the news release that's going out today, or that just went out this morning, we tested over 1,000 meters at depth. This is really exciting for us because it's never been drilled below that 500-meter benchmark, and it's been hosted in this felsic volcanic host rock, this felsic unit as we call it, that historically from all the 128 drill holes that were drilled prior, we're in this felsic host rock. So the fact that we drilled this entire 1,000-meter hole and we were seeing the same host rock all the way to depth, it's a really telling time for some of our first targets in this first phase.
So what sets Carlyle Commodities apart from other gold and silver exploration companies, because we know there are quite a few, and why should investors be paying attention right now?
Great question. Obviously, we touched on the share structure. There's no doubt about it that the fact that we've got a small float is one of the key contributors to why we're an attractive story. The fact that we've got that sort of magic number of at least 1 million ounces, and we own it outright, 100%. It's paid for free and clear. We don't have any option payments and whatnot coming down the pipe. It's ours. And I think that the macro environment, again, I'm going to say it again, is so big. I think the outlook for gold and silver, particularly gold this year, is very bullish. And so, we wanted to test these new zones on this first phase drilling, but I just think that there's so much opportunity come spring and summer of 2023, where if we can put out some, positive results, the sky's the limit for Carlyle right now.
So let's talk a little bit about the management team now. Carlyle Commodities has a highly experienced management team with years of mining experience, including yourself. Can you tell us more about the key members and, what they bring to the table.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been doing this for about 20 years. I cut my teeth doing investor relations and in the junior mining space for over 10, and spent the last 8 or 10 years structuring companies, putting teams together, finding projects and entrepreneurs that wanted to work together, financing them, and then building a story. Leighton Bocking is an independent director on our board. Leighton brings with him experience from Timmins Gold Corp, which he was an original founder of. That company went into production in Mexico, as well as worked with a very notable company called Gold Standard Ventures, which traded to multi-hundred million dollar market cap out of Nevada. And then we've got Jeremy Hansen. He's really the real brains of the operation. He's our VP Exploration, also a director. He's based in Smithers, British Columbia, which is essentially, I like to call it the Val d'Or of BC, because it's a mining hub. It's a mining exploration hub. Jeremy's based there. He's got his own private consulting company called Hardline Exploration. They focus strictly on BC, mostly BC and Western Canadian exploration consulting work. So when Jeremy puts his name on a deal, he believes in it. He really wants to put his reputation and credibility at stake. And he joined the team a little over a year ago because he thought Newton had so much potential, but he brings with it this infrastructure of people and quality exploration expertise that is right there. They're a 5-hour drive from the property. And it's all of his, friends, family, people that he works with. So we're not just hiring random vendors and people that we don't know. We're working with a family of people in our company that really understand this project and its potential. And so Jeremy's really, he's the man. He's the man on the ground, and it's his vision that's going to drive the opportunities here at the Newton project.
That's great. We know how important a quality management team really is. So now let's talk about location. Artemis Gold and their Blackwater project, which is 180 kilometers north, boasts a 12 million ounce deposit, similar grade, roughly 0.65 grams per ton. What does this mean for the company, having something like that within the area?
Well, that's the narrative we've been telling, because if you rewind their project, the Blackwater project, which does boast 12 million ounces, and they are going into production in 2024. They're already building out the mill and all the infrastructure that's required to do that. It's one of the biggest going concerns in a positive sense in North America, really. Their market cap's about 850 million today, trading at $5 a share. Carlyle and the Newton has just under 1 million ounces. They have 12 million. It's not a closeology play per se, because we're certainly not next door, but it's the same type of lower grade bulk tonnage epithermal system. And there's lots of them in BC, in that central BC region. The fact that they're building a mill, I mean, man, if we could build up our deposit to a multi-million ounce story, that would be a potential exit strategy for investors to know that Artemis is right up there already doing the same thing, and our material would work in their mill. As you said, it's the same type of mineralization, same type of grade. It's a very similar story. So I like to refer to it as a bit of a miniature version or an analog to the Blackwater.
Yeah, it's great to see what's around you, and then, the potential opportunity for shareholders, which is great. So where's the best place for investors and prospective shareholders to find out more information on the company?
Obviously, go to our website, www.carlylecommodities.com, and all of our social channels.
Thank you, Morgan. I appreciate the updates. Best of luck this year, and we'll definitely be having you on for updates and more information on the company.
Thanks, Aaron. Really appreciate it. Look forward to the next time.
If you like these videos, kindly hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. Drop us a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. And finally, always remember, Departures Capital is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell a stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you're making your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. Furthermore, this video may or may not have been sponsored by the companies that we've profiled within this video, and we may or may not own shares of any of the profiled companies in this video. If you want to know the full disclosure details, check the description down below, along with thoroughly reading our disclaimer. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.